Welcome to the MetaProteomeAnalyzer tutorial. This tutorial will deal with how to perform protein database searches. As usual, we start with the project screen, and if we select an experiment, we can proceed to the input spectra panel. Here in the upper left corner, the search settings can be modified. The most important search setting is to select an appropriate database, and in this tutorial we will use the test metagenome we loaded earlier. Under general settings, you can find the most important setting, mainly the precursor ion tolerance and the fragment ion tolerance, which we will leave in the current configuration. The MPA offers an ensemble approach to searching and supports 3 search engines: Xtandem, OMSA and Mascot. We will now perform 3 searches using different methods to highlight these features. The first search will be done with Xtandem and OMSA, which are fully integrated into the MPA. Once we have modified our options, we can click on Search Files, and here we can adjust all the settings for our search. First, we can click the Browse button and navigate to our MGF files we want to search. We have prepared one small file here. The text at the top will notify you about how many files you have selected. The main feature here gives you a choice if you want to create a new experiment for each selected file, or if you want to load the data into the currently selected experiment, which we will do first. Once I have specified all the options, I can press Start Search, and the search will proceed. In this case, it went very fast because we selected very small files for the purpose of the tutorial. In the status panel, you can see the progress for longer searches, which can take up to several days, depending on the data size. If we would now click on our experiment again, the results would become available to us. Instead, we are going to perform another search, this time using Mascot. For all search engines, the small gear icon next to the name will offer you additional options specific to the search engine. In the case of Mascot, we support the loading of Mascot results files in the form of DAT files. And for loading these result files, we can specify a filter, either based on the peptide ion score or a false discovery rate. We will set a false discovery rate of 5% for this case and press OK to proceed. If we click Search Files again, we have to now specify a database against which the Mascot searches were performed, in case they're different from the databases we loaded into into the MPA. We can again select Files through the Browse button, and in this case I will choose the DAT file, which is retrieved from Mascot server where a search against the MGF was performed. I will again select single experiment. So the data will be loaded into the same experiment again. And if I press start search again, the search will proceed, or the loading of the result file. And now my tutorial experiment will contain both the results from the OMSA and X-tandem searches and from the mascot search. Now for the final option available, I will show you how to do batch searches. In case you want to do multiple searches with multiple peak list files continuously, you can again adjust your parameters, and instead of choosing single experiment in the search file dialog, you can select a new experiment for each selected file. If I now add multiple files, the text will again show me how many files I've selected of each type. And if I press start search, the search will proceed and create a new experiment for each selected file. The status panel will also inform me about which file is currently processed. In this case, it informs me that all searches are finished. This concludes the tutorial on protein database searches. Further information can be taken from the manual, which will be linked in the description.